Hello again and welcome to What's New at 352. This is our monthly feature where we talk about things that are going on with our company, new site launches, news stories, blog posts, things like that. So let's go ahead and jump right in today. We want to start today with the new launches that we had in this past month. The first one is for a really cool website called SalesBuzz, salesbuzz.com. You can see it up here. It's got a video host feature. So this is a great site with some news and tips about becoming a better salesperson. So definitely check that one out.
Yeah, another great site that we've launched is a site for American Body Armor. This is the first of several sites that we're doing for BAE Systems, which is a Fortune 500 company, a huge manufacturer of armor equipment, military equipment, police equipment, etc. And American Body Armor is one of their brands. We're very excited about our relationship with them. And you can see the first of what will be many great sites that we're doing for them.
Yep, and the next one here is a site called the Quorum Group. The Quorum Group is a company that handles mergers and acquisitions. A little cool flash on the homepage there, and a site that we did in a really tight deadline too, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, good to see. Lots of great launches. Those were just 3 of, I think, about 12 sites that we launched this past month, so that was great to see.
Definitely a busy month. So now we want to jump into kind of some industry news, just touch on some different things that happened. I came across a story this week that I'm sure a few of you have read that is pretty interesting to me. If you're familiar at all with search engine optimization, one of the big things that's out there is Google's PageRank. This is a way that they rank which sites are more important and which sites should therefore show up higher in the search engines. They do it by taking a look at all the links that are coming into a site, and they basically count that as votes for that site. Well, Microsoft has come out with an alternative to it that they think is going to be a better way to index websites, and it's called BrowseRank. Basically what that means is, as opposed to looking at just the links incoming to a site, you're looking at how many people are actually visiting that website. So it's collecting user data, and that's one of the concerns about it are their privacy concerns, but they're collecting user data and saying how many people are going to this website, how long are they spending on this website. It should be pretty interesting to see kind of how that goes.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see how search engine marketers work with that.
Well, in the past, you'd just get as many links as you could to your website, and with this, I think people will be creating some bots out there to visit their website.
Going to their website. Yeah, that's a good
for a long time. So
that's a good point.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, another interesting story in the news for you iPhone lovers out there. Apple is working on a version of their iPhone called the iPhone Nano. Much like they have the iPod Nano, which is a miniature version of the iPod, the iPhone Nano will be a miniature version, but fully functional, of the iPhone, which will certainly be a nice thing. I personally don't have an iPhone. I am looking to potentially get one at some point, but one of the things I'll have to say about it is somewhat big and bulky, kind of like Peter's BlackBerry.
Like my BlackBerry Nano here. That's not what it's called.
No, it's not. But it's still it's nice BlackBerry.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, the iPhone Nano, when it comes out, will maybe be a more attractive option to people who like to just slip it in their pocket and have it with them all day. It's apparently going to be released first in the UK. This is not official Apple news. It's rumor mill stuff that industry insiders are talking about.
Are we breaking this?
But I don't know if we are. No, I did read it on some other blogs. But people with some knowledge of Apple's plans, so I think you are going to be seeing that. Maybe in the UK first, but certainly in the US. Not too far down the road.
Very cool. Look for that. So we talked last week. If you watched last week, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, then shame on you. Or last month, actually, you should go back and watch last month's episode. One of the things we talked about is a client of ours who created a video in their own at their own company for a presentation that they were doing to all of their employees about their new website launch, and they kind of portrayed us interestingly. So we're going to go ahead and show this video now, and you can see it here.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who worked on an old, problematic website. They dealt with an old CGI platform, but I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Eddie.
We're going to go a little high speed here through the middle. It starts to drag at this point. A lot of fluff here, going to Starbucks, getting back in the car, fantastic. Now here's where the web designer comes in. We'll let you watch that.
Company. We could give you an award-winning, cutting-edge award-winning website with award-winning surveys, blogs, and the ability to edit content on the fly.
When?
by fall.
You're hired.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they did a pretty good impersonation of Jan there, who's the salesperson.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad actually. That good work to ISC Squared, who's our client on that.
Yeah, and ISC, I've gotten permission from them to show a little preview of their design here, which should be going live in just a few weeks. It's a fantastic site. They're a security, internet security company, technology security, the whole gamut there. So check out that site when it goes live, and it'll certainly be one of the featured ones that we talk about, because that's a fantastic site.
Absolutely.
One of the other videos we wanted to show off, we last month showed a lot of the field day videos from our internal field day, which we got out and did some fun events just to get out of the office for a little bit. The last one we did was the tug of war, so check that out here.
History repeats itself, try and you succeed. Never doubt that you're the one, and you can have your dream. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around.
That was quite an event. Watching the video pains me a little bit because our team made it all the way to the finals, but we're taken down by another group of employees in the finals.
That video, I think, pains a lot of people too, because the rope burn on the hand. So I don't know if that's an event that's going to make it back next year, next year's field day, but it was definitely a good time this time around. So.
There was another good video that we posted to our blog here over the past month, and that was on coding and slicing, and what does coding and slicing mean in web development. And I can tell you, Peter, as someone who's been in the industry for a long time, it's one of those a little bit gray areas. You know, the designers talk about it a lot, but it's one of those things that kind of happens, and it's not necessarily something tangible you see. But of course, what it is them actually taking their designs that they create, their flat designs, and slicing them up and putting them in HTML code so that they display properly in a live website. But for a lot more detail on what that means in web development, check out this great video that you and our business analyst Evan Blake put together.
Yeah, we'll show a quick clip of it here.
Essentially what we want to do is take a larger image and then break it down into its smaller components. So by breaking up the bigger image into smaller parts, you know, we're reducing the overall file size, we're allowing the page to load much faster.
Okay, so check out that entire video. It's on the Channel 352 category here on our blog, rantingandraving.com, so make sure you check that out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just go over to rantingandraving.com, click on Channel 352, and you'll see all of our videos there. A couple of other blog posts we just want to touch on real quick before we go, and point you to those to read up more on those. We've got a great review from one of our salespeople who did a review on Knoll. I don't even know how you pronounce it now. KNOL. I'm sure it'll be a household term very soon, but it's basically Google's answer to Wikipedia. So that's an interesting one, and you should definitely check that out. I did a review on a search engine called Cool. Spelled C-U-I-L, but pronounced Cool. Actually, a few ex-Googlers went ahead and made that. There's some issues with it. Some cool things, though, too, so definitely check that one out.
Yeah, I did an article for the blog about the advantages of outsourcing web design and development, and this came about because one of our customers is actually in an internal struggle with his IT team, and they're trying to decide whether to keep a web design project in-house or whether to outsource it to a company like ours. And certainly there's a lot of advantages for outsourcing to a company like ours, so I wanted to make the point. But one of the interesting things is after I posted the article, one of our blog readers wrote in and said, okay, you made a good point on why to outsource, but what are some of the reasons why you wouldn't want to outsource? And so we got into a conversation there. One of our other employees joined in as well. So that was definitely an interesting post to check out.
Yeah, and there hopefully will be some more discussion back and forth on that. I mean, there's obviously benefits either way, but we're fans of outsourcing. I think that's worked for us. So the last blog post to check out, it's kind of a pretty funny one. I talked about plagiarism. There's a few sites out there that have just blatantly stolen the text off of our front page and a few of the sub pages. You can kind of see how that played out. One of the sites was nice enough to take that text off after we asked them. The other one just ignored us. But pretty funny to check out and read about and just see. That plagiarism is something that happens not just with kids writing papers and stealing things off Wikipedia, but also in the corporate world. So check that blog post out. And check out all the other blog posts we do this coming month on rantingandraving.com. We're going to put up some more videos, some tutorials, and things like that. Those will all be up on rantingandraving.com, also on the Channel 352 link. So that's what's new from 352 for this month, last month of July. I'm looking forward here to August.
Very good. It's going to be a great month of August, and we will see you all again soon.